Oh, hey, welcome back. I didn't even know what's up.
Oh, hey, what's up?
But on this show, we do stick very strictly to our motto, which is...
Give us pizza or give us death.
Well, goddammit, guys. You know what it is.
It's our weekly check-in to see what's going on in the news.
Ooh, what's going on in the news, man?
But through the most unreliable possible narrators we could possibly find. It's like if you're watching a movie and there's like a voiceover in the movie that's supposed to give you some information or whatever.
And you're just like, this sounds like bullshit.
It's like that, but for the news. Let's check it out, bro.
Let's check it out, bro.
New York City is nothing without pizza. Give us pizza or give us death.
Boom.
Hello, everyone watching and listening.
Okay, hi, man. You all right?
Today I have the pleasure of speaking to two people.
Okay.
Someone you most likely know for his portrayal of Jesus of Nazareth in Passion of the Christ.
That's in the Bible. That's in the Bible. No, no, no.
Jim Caviezel.
Oh.
And also someone you should know, if you don't already.
Okay.
The man behind Operation Underground Railroad.
Never heard
Tim
of it.
Ballard.
Okay.
We discussed the new film, The Sound of Freedom, wherein Mr. Caviezel plays Tim Ballard in the telling of his real-life story, detailing his fight against the increasingly worldwide and pervasive childhood sex trade.
Okay, great. So if you've been watching any right-wing media over the past couple days, they're really into this. What is this goddamn movie called? What is this thing? Sound of Freedom. There's a movie called Sound of Freedom. It beat Indiana Jones in the box office for a couple days.
They thought Indiana Jones was going to be the big dog all week.
Oh, wow. And to that, most of us say, oh, there's a new Indiana Jones movie. Okay. Why are they still doing that? Why are they still doing that? What's that new Indiana Jones movie called? Indiana Jones in the Early Bedtime? The new Indiana Jones movie is just Short Round trying to show Indiana Jones how to use a Roku, and he can't figure it out, and he gives up. He just sticks with cable. Okay, anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, yeah. The Daily Wire's... The Daily Wire...
The Daily Wire, which is where I get my news.
They're really into this movie. What's a stupid movie called again? Sound of Freedom.
I don't usually get starstruck. I've met plenty of famous people, but...
Calm down.
It is very rare to meet one of the great American heroes.
Okay.
It's very rare to meet one of the greatest living actors. And it is rarer. Jim Caviezel and Tim Ballard. Now,
Never heard
before
of
we
him.
get to this game,
Okay.
and before you get to see the guys, you got to head on over to dailywire.com/shop, where you can get your very own copy of the Yes or No game.
Peddling crap.
Jim
Great.
Caviezel and Tim.
Well, we are joined on the line by Jim Caviezel and Tim Ballard. Hell!
Give us pizza or give us death.
They have a new movie coming out called Sound of Freedom. Tim, of course, spent more than a decade working as a special agent for the DHS, where he was deployed as an undercover operative.
From Newsweek, Sound of Freedom beats Indiana Jones in incredible box office coup. Oh. That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Right, this movie made more money than Indiana Jones.
For one day.
Now, what are these movies? Insidious, The Red Door, and Indiana Jones have made the most money. So please calm down. Stop doing this.
Oh, okay. All right. Wow.
So this is a kind of a tough one with this movie. What is the goddamn movie called again?
Sound of Freedom.
It's a movie about a hero who goes to save children who are being trafficked.
My country, 'tis of
Oh boy. The drone and my country, 'tis of thee.
Because God's children are not for sale.
Whoa. And it's obviously, I think we can all agree, human trafficking, child trafficking, terrible. Terrible. Anything we could do to stop even a little bit of that, good. Okay? So I think we all want to believe that there are people out there who just really want that to stop, and they're trying to do anything they can to help. I think the problemo with this is that when reporters or just people who know how to look into like legal documents or whatever, when they look into some of these claims from this group, what's the goddamn group called?
Oh, it hasn't been not a great name, too.
Operation Underground Railroad. Okay. So here's one example of like, oh, can we believe what these guys are saying? This is from Vice. Vice has done a ton of reporting on this. In another story uncovered by Vice News, this guy's organization heavily marketed its role in the rescue of Liliana, a young trafficking survivor, with Ballard telling that's the guy who this story was based on, Tim Ballard. With Ballard telling a fanciful story about this rescue in congressional testimony and in op-eds and media appearances in which he called for a border wall. She in fact rescued herself and did not meet this guy's organization's representatives until years after she'd done so, when she was preparing to testify against her traffickers in court. Here's another story from Vice. It's called Inside a Massive Anti-Trafficking Charity's Blundering Overseas Mission. Two people who went on one of those missions independently related the same series of events to Vice World News. During the mission where medical care was being used as cover, they said, Tim Ballard, that's the guy who runs this organization, who worked for Homeland Security investigations and claims to have been a CIA agent, had been relaying tips from his source. Okay, so this guy, Tim Ballard, he's like, I got a source. We're going to go and save these trafficking victims. And here's what happens. Tim shows up with this woman, this very sheltered-looking soccer mom-ish woman from Utah, one source told Vice News. And he's being very defensive and won't let anyone talk to her. After a couple days, I figured out she's a effing psychic. That's his effing source. This story's pretty interesting. It goes on to say that, this guy had like a camera crew, and he was kind of upsetting this village that they went to supposedly save these trafficking victims. All this Vice reporting seems to add up to like, they might be doing some good. They might be doing some good, but there's definitely some lying and exaggerating here, according to just like digging through court documents and stuff. There seems to be some unreliable narrator stuff going on here, which is funny that they made a movie and people are like, oh, it's based on a true story. And it's like kind of not really based on a true story. Here's another part from a Vice article. At an August 2019 meeting, Tim Ballard laid out his vision for the future. On a whiteboard, a diagram showed how he'd build his empire as a public speaker, anti-trafficking advocate, and proselytizer for his Mormon faith. Take sizzle of the rescue, it reads, amid a thicket of arrows connecting his for-profit and non-profit entities to one another.
Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot buy our security of one nation under God.
Huh?
Our freedoms in Christ our Savior from the threat of the devil any longer.
That's in the Bible. That's in the Bible.
Oh, here comes God. Here goes.
Kind of reminds me of the words that Mel Gibson first intoned in his Academy Award-winning film Braveheart.
Who? Never heard of him.
When he said to his ragtag army, and I say to you tonight.
Okay.
I see before me.
What?
A whole army of my countrymen here in defiance of tyranny. You've come to fight as free men.
I love that movie.
And free men you are.
Dead.
What will you do without freedom? Will you fight? This man says no, we'll run and we'll live.
Okay.
Yep, fight and you may die.
Okay, so this is the main actor of this movie, this amazing movie. What is the goddamn movie called again? I immediately blanked. This is the main actor of this movie. His name's Jesus Christ. And this is him at a QAnon a QAnon conference in Las Vegas. They're all like evangelical Christians, but this is in Las Vegas. And it's a pretty funny, you can find it. What's it? Jim Caviezel, The Storm is Upon Us. The Sound of Freedom.
You can watch a million views. Holy Jesus Christ.
A million views on this. It's a pretty interesting speech because he's quoting Ronald Reagan and stuff like that. He's talking about what it's like to be Jesus Christ. And then he does like the entire speech from Braveheart. He's like, we got to fight this. And he keeps saying stuff like, we got to fight this tyranny. He never really describes what they're supposed to be fighting. I assume because he was talking about Ronald Reagan, that the tyranny that they all need to fight is like regulation, and corporate taxes or something like that. But also, I feel a little sorry for Jim Caviezel because he says he got hit by lightning and he had to go through all kind of medical crap. But this guy was really good in The Thin Red Line. That's actually a good movie. I haven't watched it. Well, maybe it sucks, but I used to love that movie and he's pretty good in it. I don't know. Maybe this is like a himbo problem. I've known a few overly handsome gentlemen in my life, and there's two ways you could go with that. One is like, okay, I got pretty lucky. I got pretty lucky here in the looks department. I could just kind of humble myself, kind of won the lottery, Then there's the other route, which is I'm Jesus. I'm God. And Jim a very handsome guy, Jim Caviezel, seems to have taken that route. Let's check out this ad for this amazing QAnon conference that, what's the guy's name? James Caviezel was doing that amazing speech at. Check this out. Oh, man. How did I miss this? Here we go. Whoa.
New York City is nothing without pizza.
Oh, justice is coming. This is another thing. It's never clear what they're fighting. I guess they're fighting the restaurants that wouldn't let them in without a vaccine. You know, the Panera Bread that said they had to put a mask on in 2020. Justice is coming for the Panera Bread employees of the country.
Booty hole waxed down.
Oh my God.
I'm out in Miami, ho.
So it's, oh my God, look at these guests, bro. Jason Sullivan's gonna be there. Okay, definitely can't get any bigger than Jason Sullivan. Mark Weir! No, wait, Mark Weir. Oh, bro, he's the best at doing what he does, bro. What does he owns? It looks like he owns what, like a furniture store? Or whatever he does, bro, it's good. That's for sure. That's for sure. Oh, Kirk Weir. I was calling you Mark Weir. Well, whatever. Who cares? He looks like the kind of guy who might
beat a kid in Walmart.
This is why we need to check in with our Meemaws and Peepaws of America. You know, you never call your grandma, but maybe call your grandma and just say, "Hey, grandma, how are you? Do you know who Kirk Weir is?" You know, and just make sure she says no. No, no, I'm just baking bread. Oh, okay. Grandma's okay. But if it's like, "Oh, grandma, you know Kirk Weir?" "Oh, yeah. He's a uh-oh. Okay, grandma." You know, Jim, this is where our man, Jesus Christ, gave that speech, you know, at this QAnon conference. This is unbelievable. This is the best part. Ticket prices range from a minimum 650 bones to an eye-popping 3,000 per person. Could you imagine? You drop 650 bones. Oh, the guy from Thin Red Line is repeating the Braveheart monologue. Oh, worth every penny. Oh, God. And it is like, you know, you do want to think, like, I hope they're doing some good, these guys, you know. You know, maybe these guys are helping. Maybe these guys are doing something, you know. But then you see something like this, what I'm about to play, and you're like, oh, boy, this does not seem positive.
And what I started recognizing is I named them I call it the pedophile network doctrines.
Jeez,
okay? So, they include things like separate children from parents because parents are a bad influence. The state knows best. Sexualize kids. Let them see pornography. 2.
Karl Marx.
3. Take God out of education.
What's that, Jim? Yeah, just like Karl Marx wrote in Capital, you know, in Capital Volume 1. Show kids porno. What? Jim, Jim, go on a cruise or take an internet break, buddy. Oh, good Lord.
At 12 years old, they should be able to vote. They should be able to do anything. Now, what am I saying here? My stomach is getting sick as I'm reading this. Okay. I read this every day. It's the woke left agenda.
Oh, boy.
I'm not saying that they're colluding or talking. It doesn't matter. It's the same dark source.
Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay. So, you know, again, the conclusion on this movie that did pretty good at the box office. For how long?
For one day.
I do hope there's some truth to these stories that they're helping people, that they're saving kids. I hope so. I hope that's true. But at the same time, these guys are crazy, bro. These guys are not... They're doing this. Okay, guys, we do not make fun of human trafficking on this channel, goddamn you. But we do make fun of these two goofballs who made this movie. What is the movie called? Sound of Freedom. So I just want to make fun of this one. I did want to make fun of this one part in the trailer. Here we go.
It is the fastest growing international crime network.
That's it. The way that kid's seated and turns tells you a little bit about the direction and production of this movie. You know what, I would say this is such a serious topic, human trafficking, that block that shot out a little better. You know, block that shot out a little better next time. You sons of bitches, you peculiar sons of bitches, you.
Welcome back to the comments section. I'm Brett Cooper.
Yeah, no problem. Glad to be back. I'm really glad to be back.
It is 4th of July today.
Oh, great.
we celebrate our Independence Day.
I am not in the studio, obviously, because it's a holiday. So I am at home, probably right now, hanging out with the dogs and cooking something on the grill, which I hope.
Who are you? Who are you again?
Okay, yeah, this might go on the list. This one might go on the list, bro.
This might go on the list. This might go to the top of the list of best political videos ever uploaded to YouTube. There's this woman, I guess they found her at a mall or something to barf up right-wing propaganda on their stupid crap. It's called, what is this called? America's Most Patriotic Moments. America's Most
Booty Hole Waxed Down
Moments. And if you're interpreting patriotic in some positive way, what would we expect to see here? You know, like, I don't know, like something about World War II, something about winning World War II, or some civil rights stuff or something. Big moments of progress that made America more free or something like that. But no, sir, Gwen Shapiro, what are America's most patriotic moments? All meaningless symbolism at sporting events. Literally.
All right, so next video. This is
what is it? Okay, go ahead.
Also baseball. This was the ceremonial first pitch of the 2001 World Series at Yankee Stadium in New York, and it was just a month after the 9/11 attacks.
The President of the United States.
Oh boy.
New York City is nothing without pizza.
Dad! Oh shit. Oh, and then he apologized for doing 9/11. Okay, it can't get any stupider than that, right? Oh, it's so patriotic. This criminal threw out a pitch at a Yankees game after a tragedy. It can't get any stupider, right? Let's see.
Skipping forward a bit, when Osama bin Laden was finally killed, John Cena, all memes aside, in the middle of a sold-out WWE event, I literally just had to stop and ask what you call like a WWE something. Anyway, I digress. Moving on.
That's the thing. She didn't even, like, someone wrote all this for her. Like, she doesn't even know what this stuff is. She's supposed to be like this female Hassan Piker of the right, and she has no idea what any of this stuff is. I don't know what any of this stuff is, but it's the most patriotic ever. Bye.
He broke the news of Osama bin Laden being killed in the middle of this event,
greatest moment.
Fight.
I walk out here every night with hustle, loyalty, respect on my sleeve. That is
This does rule. This does rule. It rules in how funny it is. I guess it is the most patriotic, and just that it's goofy and stupid, I guess.
Credo I have adopted from the men and women who defend the freedom of this country.
God, America's so sick, guys.
We have caught and compromised to a permanent end Osama bin Laden.
Amazing.
The SEAL teams managed to put down Osama bin Laden, the most American thing ever. And they say we have no culture. Come on, people. I don't even watch WWE, but have you seen the way people...
Why are you doing this then? Here's my most patriotic moments. Give me my cards to read what this crap is. And then give me my money also. Okay, here we go. This is, I guess he recorded this for 4th of July. And this is Ben Shapiro continuing on with this old patriotism thing. Here we go.
And there's a massive partisan gap. And this massive partisan gap has existed in America for literally as long as I've been alive, but it has grown wider and wider in the United States.
Oh, great.
So there is a Gallup poll, and it shows that today, 60% of Republicans say they are extremely proud to be American. Mm-hmm. Only 33% of independents say they're extremely proud to be American. Only 29% of Democrats say they are extremely proud to be American. Now, what's amazing about those stats is that right now Joe Biden is the president of the United States.
Oh, wow.
Right now, Democrats are in control of the United States Senate. Fine. And actually, if you look at the polls, what you see is that Republicans are consistently more proud to be American than Democrats are. This was true throughout the Obama era.
Right,
even
where at least they know they're free.
The Republicans are consistently more proud to be American than Democrats are. This was true throughout the Obama era, even during the Obama era, when Democrats were so proud of President Obama because finally they had shown that a black person could be president of the United States and all that. They still weren't exactly proud of the United States.
Okay.
These stats during the Obama era, something like 75 to 80% of Republicans said they were proud to be American.
Of course.
And only about 50% of Democrats, 45% of Democrats said they were extremely proud to be American. That, of course, plummeted.
Sounds about right, yeah.
that Donald Trump was elected. When Donald Trump was elected, that dropped well down into the 20% area for Democrats.
Obviously, yeah.
Independents being proud of America, that's been on a steady state of decline since essentially 2001.
Okay.
In fact, if you go all the way back to 2001, more Democrats than independents said that they were extremely proud to be American. But the bottom line is there's this...
Yeah, that kind of throws a little bit of a wrench into...
Democrats hate it, and the Republicans love it. Also, independents saying they're proud goes down too. But that's not convenient. It's not convenient for my crap.
Massive partisan gap in who exactly is extremely proud to be American, and it's been existing for a very long time.
Yeah, this is like a typically stupid Daily Wire segment, you know, because if you think about this, if some pollster comes up to you and asks, are you proud to be an American? Do you consider yourself proud to be an American? If you're like, you know, if you think about this stuff, if you think a little bit or like read stuff, you're probably going to say,
What? What are you talking about? What do you mean?
You know, there's some stuff. There's some stuff that's good, yeah, and there's some stuff that's bad. You know, there's a lot of lunatics who are kind of in positions of power, have been doing some pretty bad stuff. The military, all this crap, you know. And then it's also like, I didn't really choose to be born. I am proud. My mom's vagina was here, and I came out of it.
Well, folks, I've seen some bad parenting in my time, but...
when I'm doing it.
Well, folks, I've seen some bad parenting in my time, but giving your kids psychedelics, that's a new one. Uh-huh. So, Jada Pinkett Smith seems like an awful human being. Okay. I say that because she banged her son's friend.
Whoa.
And then she taped herself telling Will Smith about it, which seems really, really unpleasant.
Go easy on Jada, Ben. Jeez.
She is now reacting to her son Jaden's claim that she introduced their family to psychedelic drugs, which is excellent momming, by the way. That's like the best kind of momming, is you're home with your kids and you break out the LSD or whatever it was.
Mushrooms.
It's like, kids, for dinner, we have spaghetti and Coke. Well, what kind of Coke? Not that kind of Coke. It's the other kind.
I mean, even Ben Shapiro's like 87-year-old audience, even they're like rolling their eyes at that one. They're like, I'm not that old. Hire a joke writer, buddy. You have the money, right? You have lunatics. You have troubled people on the internet giving you all the money you need to hire a local open micer to help you with this thing that you're struggling with. Here we go. Check out this thinking. Check out this logical thinking. Here we go.
Siblings can argue so much and fight so much, and Lord knows me and my siblings have done so much of that in the past, he said.
Oh,
but
great.
The level of love and empathy I can feel for them inside of the psychedelic experiences and outside of the experiences has been something that's profound and beautiful.
Oh, we actually have a recording of Willow and Jaden doing mushrooms. Here it is.
But the level of love and empathy I can feel for them inside of the psychedelic experiences and outside of the experiences has been something that's profound and beautiful.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I suppose that this now means that the answer to my children fighting one another is to drug them. I have 4 of them, and they...
Okay, let's go step by step through. Let's go step by step through this one.
Okay, so the Smith kids are in their 20s. You have little kids, okay? And the biggest problem with Ben Shapiro and his little kids, of course, is that he can't tell himself apart from them. Also, like, my kids are fighting, I should drug my kids. Well, if your kids are older and you're some weird Hollywood family, yeah, mushrooms is probably an option. But that would be consensual. That wouldn't be drugging your kids.
I'm an old man, but I'm a young man, too. They pull up your pants and you're doing drugs.
They pull up your pants and you're doing drugs.
I mean, really, even some of the elderly in Ben Shapiro's audience have to be like, this seems a little forced. He's doing a little bit of pandering. He's doing a little bit of smoke blowing. That's great. Oh, this millionaire Hollywood family, you know, they do mushrooms with their 20-year-old, 20-something famous kids.
Oh, are they saying I should drug my 4-year-old?
Oh, yeah, it's a logical step. That's a logical step you just took. Okay, here's another weird part. Whoa, this has 500,000 views. Oh, in 3 days. Okay, great. I mean, good for you, buddy. Good for you. Here we go.
Mushrooms can poison you to death. One of my favorite, I do love it when all of the people who are like, trust the science, give your kid the COVID jab. The science says so. Those are the same people who are like, woo-woo crystals. The crystals will heal you. They have healing properties. And also, I like plant medicine. Which plants? I don't care. I just go out in my front yard and take a bite.
Like wellness people? Like Russell Brand? Yeah, wellness people. The OG anti-vaxxers.
Hey folks, it's July 4th, Independence Day, so my producers decided to chain me to a desk and then show me—
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Your employees are not your kids, all right? Nobody chained you to anything. You're producing dumb content. No, your employees edit together content for you. Nobody's forcing you. This is you. This is you.
Take some responsibility, you moron.
Okay, so this is this little goon, this little goofball reacting to, what is this stupid crap called? Reacts to anti-American TikToks. Okay, let's see some of these. Let's see some of these traitors. Here we go.
It was true. It should still be true.
On July 4th, there will be no buying there will be no going.
No one watches these kind of TikToks besides them to react to. Nobody watches this stuff. When people watch TikTok, it's like that lady who said she saw a ghost on the plane or whatever. That's the kind of crap we're watching.
On that, I do love the idea that he's very, very upset about abortion. This wombless person. Those are the rules, though, is that if you're pro-abortion, then you can be a man who yells about it. If you're anti-abortion, then you have to be quiet about it, even if you have many, many children.
Yeah. You know, I can't tell the difference between a guy should be able to say, I think women should be able to do whatever they want with their body, and, you know, and a guy saying, I think that there should be laws that say what women can and can't do with their body. What? Why are these treated differently? You're not that stupid. You went to Harvard. Okay, here we go. More memeing, more flexing with
booty hole waxed down.
Here we go.
Yes, I'm not an idiot.
We'll see about that. We'll see. We'll see.
I know that English is the language of America, but at the same time, don't you think it's a problem that almost 80% of America, of our country, literally only speaks English?
No.
Because if you don't think that's a problem, then you've never left America. Because I can tell you right now that it is very much a problem.
Okay.
What the hell are you talking about?
At the bare minimum, we should be taught on a much higher level, at least 1 or 2 other languages. And then we get upset with tourists when they don't speak perfect English when they come here.
That's not true.
And it's just out of control because we as Americans, when we go to other countries, what language do we expect them to speak? Always English. Always.
Okay, so so many things.
So many things. Here we go.
So many things. Yes, we speak English because that is, in fact, the language that we use in the United States. But it turns out—
What an amazing answer. What an amazing answer. This lady's like, people know more languages around the world. Maybe we should get on that here in the United States.
We speak English here because we speak English here.
Awesome. Amazing answer. I don't know how he does it. Like, your kids are eventually going to see these videos, you know. Okay, here we go. And now the truly insane one. Here we go.
Go to proviahair.com/Ben today to get started.
I'm peddling crap.
We all should be.
I'm peddling crap. Get some hair snake oil.
We all should be boycotting the 4th of July this year. America does not deserve a birthday. Why? We've had 306 mass shootings this year. We have a rogue Supreme Court full of religious extremists who are actively taking away the rights of people. And we have 2 pathetic leaders of each party. One who's too stupid and weak to do anything, and the other who's an absolute grifter who wants to overturn democracy. Let's show this country why America does not deserve a birthday this year. Stitcher, duet this video and tell me why you are boycotting the 4th of July and use the hashtag—
Calm down, sir.
#NoBirthdayUSA, or just comment below, because this country is a mess and we need to give them a message.
Wow, what a message.
I like that.
What a message. Oh, wow. First
these memes.
And they strap me down to do memes also.
First of all, we have not had 306 mass shootings this year. That is a wildly overbroad definition of what a mass shooting constitutes, but put aside the false stat that he is putting out.
You're not going to elaborate on that. Oh, that's a shocker. Okay, so there are laws that prevent the government from tracking and counting mass shootings for the most demented and obvious reasons that you could think of. Just type it in and you'll be obvious. You'll be like, oh yeah, of course. But there is an amazing group of people called the Gun Violence Archive who actually goes through, looks at the news, and finds this crap. And when Ben Shapiro says,
that's overly broad,
they consider a mass shooting a shooting where 4 or more people are killed or injured. So this little blow off that he's doing,
That's an inflated stat.
okay, why don't you get your little ass? Why don't you get your little ass in a situation where 4 or more people are shot at?
Huh? You go get yourself out of that one, John Wick.
Drop it, punk, or I'll do some of the BJJ that Lex Fridman taught me.
Bang, dead, hell, eternal damnation. So there we go, guys. Another amazing look into the mind. Oh my God. You know, guys, it's Monday, but don't worry. It's just
for one day.
I love and honor you guys,
and I hope you have a good one.
Talk to you later. And bye-bye.
Oh, hey, guys.
Guess what? You're not even getting the whole show. If you want every episode and a whole bunch of other
subscribe on Patreon.
Subscribe on Patreon for as little as 2 bones. Just click the stupid little link below the video in the comments.
See, right there.
There you go. Click it, and that, yep. When you become a patron for as little as 2 bones, you get the Tuesday, Thursday, patron-only episodes. You also get the weekly Book-a-Blega show where we talk about important books. The questions and comments thing where you can ask questions and make comments and all this crap.
All for less than the price of a rancid Charleston chew.
And for only 25 putrid little dollars,
you could become a producer.
That's right, support the show and get your name up here. Look at these people. Look at these people that make the show possible, okay? God. I mean, without these beautiful people, this show goes straight into the dumpster. A rotten, just wet, disgusting dumpster, behind a restaurant. So there's old milk in there. That's where this show ends up without these people. Is that what you want? Okay, I guess it's what you want. I'll just leave. Nope, it's done. It's too late. Okay? Here we go. Here's the dump truck. Here's the dump truck come to pick up the show. This is what would happen with no producers. Thank you.